Okay, welcome to the Pod Management and VOLTHA FCAPS Brigade call for November 4th, 2019. I've started the recording. This meeting is being recorded. It is a public meeting and it will be made available on our YouTube channel. So please only say things that you're comfortable saying in a public meeting. So let's get started. I've shared the agenda here. So first up was a note on work areas. I think I've talked to everybody I needed to talk to on that. Basically, that we do try to stick with topics that are in the brigade. You can find the brigade dashboard in JIRA. There's lots of issues here, so if anyone here needs help picking an issue that you'd like to work on, just let me know. And then after that, unless there's any questions on work areas, we'll get started with status reports. Okay, going alphabetically, let's start with Ashwarya.
Hi Scott, good morning.
Morning.
Hi, so I'm working on ONU alarms, so those need to be implemented on OpenOLT agent. And in that ticket, if you go and look into the ticket, there's another ticket which is related to BAL3.x. So that is being taken care by BAL Brigade. And also I'm working on the same thing. And if that gets implemented, then I can work on VOLTHA adapter to get those alarms.
So what's the name of the issue that you're working on? Is it this one here?
Yeah, if you go to, yeah, those have I have assigned few issues to myself.
Okay,
And
great.
we have some related BAL tickets, and those needs to be implemented on OpenOLT agent.
And then you're working on Jason, or you're working with Jason and Girish on that.
Right.
Okay, great.
All right.
Anything else you would like to discuss?
No, that's it from my side.
Okay, Devmalya, you're next.
Yes. Hi, everyone. Am I audible?
Yeah, I hear you. Good morning.
Okay. Yeah. So I have started working on the code changes for the event filtering as per the proposal documents and the review comments on it. And I think I should be able to raise a review for the Proto changes in 1 or 2 days. And then I can move on to the next part of the implementation. That's it from my side.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, make sure to mark me as a reviewer, and I will also probably, if you haven't already added them as reviewers, I'll add some people in the VOLTHA channel, like Matt and Kent and other people I think might be interested in it, looking at the protos. But
Of course.
yeah, sounds
Sure.
good.
Yeah.
Anything else, Devmalya?
No, not right now.
Okay, Dilip, I think you're next.
Yeah, I'm working on the JIRA, which is, getting the information about a device list, which which for all the devices which we have been monitoring. So, I'm the changes of the code is are done, but since I need more than one devices, and then also this is the setting up for my environment regarding those devices and accessing in the open VPN to access the lab. So I kind of had the hiccups over there. So those got resolved last week. So this week I will go ahead and try to test the whole functionality.
Okay, sounds good. And the issue you're working inside of, is that whatever issue it is that is implementing the API? So maybe this one here that's broken down. Yeah, so you're doing list current devices?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, sounds good. And then once that's done, you'll move forward with the test plan.
Correct. Okay, yeah, sure. I haven't thought on that. Maybe I'll, yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. If there's any more questions on the test plan, just let me know, and we can iterate through that.
Okay, I got it.
Thanks a lot, Dilip. Anything more?
No, no.
Okay, Dinesh, would you like to give status?
Yeah, on the same page, the three JIRAs are assigned to me, the modify existing APIs and then list current events and clear all the events for the device. I coded it and tested it and sent the Gerrit review. So right now, and there are other Gerrits review also needs to be reviewed. So today I'll be reviewing some Gerrits. Uh, so the JIRAs which are assigned to Maddie, she also sent a code review for that. So I'll be reviewing that.
Yeah, yeah, I saw several incoming code review requests from you guys, so I'll take a look at that and leave my comments on those as well.
Okay.
So, how are we just all together on finishing up the API? Like, what fraction are we through it? Are we done? Are we like 50% or?
I think once Dilip finishes his API, then we are done with API business, I think.
Okay, so what is going to be your plan on what to work on next after that? Do you have a next issue already in your queue?
Yeah, I need to figure out if anything needs to be done for importer.
Okay, great. Yeah, that'd be handy.
Yeah. So that we can wrap up this importer business.
Okay, sounds good. Anything else, Dinesh?
No, that's it.
Next up would be Divya, who I don't see on the call this morning. I think Divya was going to start looking into one of the logging related topics. Um, so yeah, I'll connect with Divya and get Divya's status today. Next up would be Ganesh. Welcome back, Ganesh and Ankar from vacation. Ganesh, would you like to give status?
Yeah, sure, Scott, thanks. And I was working on the importer. I wanted to integrate the changes, I mean the result, the redfish result, which is provided by the importer on Kafka. So the corresponding changes I wanted to work on the exporter part. So finally, I was able to see the result of importer test demo test stub that is used for getting the redfish responses. So the configuration and end to end, I could build the device management uh, product there. And now this week I will work on coding part inside exporter to get those messages which we receive on redfish. So basically primarily I will do pass those JSON or whatever string we are receiving on Kafka, and then I'll pick the corresponding data, optical related data like laser bias current, temperature, and power and voltage. So that implementation I will start this week, and most likely I will raise a review request. A question I had basically to Dinesh, maybe I'll send separate email. Is there a currently it seems like we have particular services on which the device management hits the API on the redfish that is for chassis systems and Ethernet switches. So is there a way to customize the path for the API, meaning suppose this is the path like redfish slash v1 slash Ethernet switches, but on that I have multiple ports and one of the port is so that I could not figure out. Maybe I'll connect with you, Dinesh.
So there is another Gerrit pending to add rest of the data collection, I think it wasn't done, so that is finished, I think. So I'll send a Gerrit
Oh,
for that to
okay,
you.
that's great. Yeah, that's great. Because currently I found a couple of messages, but not what I was looking for. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, so that's great to hear. And I'll continue with the coding part on exporter, Scott.
Yeah, and if you update your repo, then you might see some change that we added one test tool. Means earlier we were hard coding in the demo test the IP address and things like
Device
that.
IP,
So
right? Yes.
yeah, so
Mhm.
now we have command tool by which you can give commands and attach the device, and uh, that way you can you don't have to hardcore the IP address of the device. So that is being kept in. So you may see
Okay,
the difference.
that's great. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I will do update and use.
Yeah, means if you do update and it won't work the way it is, then that is the reason.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
And
I was not
another,
stuck there. Only the path I was looking for. How can I customize the API?
yeah. No, we added all the earlier we were not doing that data collection. So now we have added
Okay.
the code to do that data collection.
Okay. Okay. That's great. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Thank you.
And another question I have out of curiosity, you were not able to connect to your device, right? So what was the issue
Uh,
there?
yeah. So Dinesh, basically, it was about routing
Oh,
and
okay.
the IP tables rule. So we had to do some adjustment and a couple of things in addition to IP table rule. So and I could do that. It was just
Okay.
routing issue.
Yeah,
And
that's
now
great.
after this configuration, I was able to ping the OLT from within the pod.
Okay.
Yeah, within importer pod. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you. That's it, Scott, from my side. Um,
Okay, thanks, Ganesh. And next up would be Ankar.
Yeah, hi all, good morning. So currently I'm working on SIBA 749, that is implement on demand test action for Volta 2.0. Uh, as you know, I got stuck with the error that is a watchdog timeout error. So as per the Kane mail, so I'm looking into the formatting of request and response that is going from the Volta Go container to the Volta OpenONU container. So I'm looking into the formatting and everything. I have checked with the protobuf version with all the microservices, and they all are the same. So maybe in coming week I'm looking into that formatting issue, and if everything goes well, I can submit my code.
So did you resolve the problem with that you were having with the timeouts, or you think that's related to this formatting thing?
Yeah, actually, I'm thinking like the request and response that is going from the core. So there is one flag called whether you receive the response from the suppose the request is going from the Volta Go container to the Volta open a new container. There is one flag we need to set, that is you need a response, that is acknowledgement is equal to true. So previously I haven't set it, but in today in whatever like in today's in debugging, I got to know that okay, we have to set that flag. So I'm looking into that, and once if that flag like something, if the changes work with the like current coding, then I'll good to go with that.
Okay, that sounds great. Yeah, keep me advised if you need me to dig up any resources to help or anything like that.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Let's see. Is that it, Ankar?
Yeah, that's it from my side.
So the next person up would be Rohan. I think Rohan is not available this morning. Just checking the list here. Um, so last thing I talked to Rohan, I believe Rohan was working on probing finishing up probes. That was one of the things that is out of scope for the brigade, but we're having people finish up their issues before transitioning onto a brigade issue. So I believe Rohan was finishing up that bit of probing work. I think that concludes everyone that we were going through status on. Back to the agenda. Yeah, so the only other point I had here, I think we covered it in status, and that is that the event filtering document was reviewed last Thursday. That's the work that Malia is doing, and we got to go ahead to do that. So there will be proto buff changes incoming from that. Does anyone else have anything you would like to talk about this morning? Okay, if not, I think we'll call it an early meeting. And if you do have any topics that you would like to bring to the group to discuss, just let me know. I will add them to the agenda for next week. And thank you everyone for attending the call. And please keep your JIRA statuses up to date so it's easy for us to track. And have a good work week.
Thank you.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you.
Thank you.